Hi everyone, welcome to 5 Minutes with the Guru, and I'm pleased to have our financial planner Paul Dawson with me at the moment. Thanks Paul for joining me.
Oh, thanks for having me, Pete.
So Paul, you've been with us for 3 years, but who would have thought in the last 6 months this would be our best friend? Okay, hand sanitizer. Great time to be advising, but it's probably a period in a lifetime that we won't forget, and it's affecting a lot of people's finances. And so the people you're seeing at the moment with regards to the COVID-19 issues going on, what do you think are the main issues at the moment?
Oh, look, funnily enough, I think a lot of the main issues are issues that they would have had before the pandemic. So they want to know how the world around them is changing, how that's going to affect them. So they want to know, is there legislation that's coming out or is it changing, and does it affect them? Do they need to make any changes to their game plan to make sure that they're still staying on the right track to get where they want to go?
So Paul, apart from the minimum pensions being dropped for a lot of people, for people that aren't retired, what concerns typically are they've got at the moment?
Oh, look, it's much the same. They want to know what's changing and if it affects them. So they want to know, is their investments or is their super still set up correctly? Is it heading in the right direction? Is now the time that they should be making changes? With everything going on in the markets jumping around in the last couple of months more than usual, they want to know, should they be making changes and what should those changes be? So they might have heard something from a friend and the friend's made certain changes, they've left the market, they've entered the market. Should they do the same? What's right for them?
Yeah, to get advice. So Paul, apart from our pension clients where we're getting drawdowns from their pensions and they've got the option to reduce the pension amounts to the new minimums, for people that aren't retired, what are some of the issues they've got at the moment? And I've also heard that if you've got cash flow issues, some of the insurance companies might be able to give people relief there. What are those options?
You're exactly right, and every insurer will be different, so you need to check what your insurer is offering. Some of them are offering repayment holidays or pauses on premiums, and that's sometimes a good idea if you're really struggling and you can't make those repayments. Sometimes it can be better than cancelling it outright because you just don't want to lose those insurances. It's very similar to some of the mortgage repayment holidays that are coming out. The banks are letting people push their repayments out a little while, get back on their feet, get back to where they should be after this is all over or things start to clear up, so they don't fall back and don't lose where they're up to.
Yeah, good. Also, I get the comment sometimes when markets go down like we did in March, it had a major drop, and people go, I've stopped saving money into the investments. I've stopped my regular contributions. I've stopped my regular savings plan. What do you think about that?
Oh, look, again, it's up to the clients. Every client will be different. So some will need to stop those savings just to get by, and that's fine. Others will need to dip into their savings or their mortgage redraw or whatever it might be to get by. But it's important that you have a game plan so that when you hit the other side, you get back into work, things get back to normal, you can pick back up and start running again and get back to your game plan. Yeah.
And what's the benefit of continuing to contribute when the markets go down?
Absolutely, good question. So we've all heard of it's time in the market, not timing the market. So trying to pick the bottom is very, very difficult, and not everyone can do it, or basically no one can do it. So by putting in money consistently, you average out the average price that you enter into, and typically you'll find that your investments do better over the long term if you do that.
Yeah, and when things get better, they've got a lot more assets there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, good idea. So the client comes into the Hillross Macarthur. What's the type of client that you think you can add the most value to? And when someone comes into the office and meets with you, or we have a telephone call, or these days we do a lot of Zoom and teleconferencing calls, what can clients expect when they chat with you?
Oh, look, I've been very lucky to work with quite a wide sort of variety of clients in a short period of time, and sort of the common theme is that every client's different. But a few commonalities in the clients that I work with, or that I think I do my best work with, typically they know where they are and they know where they want to go. They might have a complex situation, or their situation might be quite simple, but they just need help putting the pieces of the puzzle together. They're all there, they just need to know how they go together. They might have multiple entities, they might have a complex family situation, whatever it might be, they just need help sorting out where they are and where they want to go and the best way to get there.
Yeah, good advice. I remember when I started out, Paul, one of the issues I had, people didn't take me seriously because I was too young. And you've got that baby face look to you. How do you find when clients meet with you for the first time?
Oh, look, there's always a pause or a bit of hesitation at the beginning, but I think I've been lucky to start my career at Hillross, so I've benefited from the wisdom of some older financial planners.
Older.
As well as I've sort of done my time and got a decent background. So I originally started working here a few years ago while I was at uni. So I did a law degree at uni and an accounting degree. My theory there was that I didn't quite know what I wanted to do, but I thought by studying law I'd sort of know the rules of the game and how everything worked, and accounting was the language of money. So I had those two there and I had that base, and you guys have really just helped me put that into the context of financial planning. So that's where I sort of add value.
Yeah, fantastic, and we're pleased to have you as part of the team, and rest assured, when you come and meet with Paul, David or myself, rest assured our whole team will look after you, and thanks for spending 5 minutes with the guru.
No problem. Thank you, Damien.
Cheers.